Operators are finally getting real love again. Not a side patch, a true pass that touches looks, feel, and how Focus plays. The old piece is bringing an Operator remaster plus a Focus expansion called Tauron. That means better faces and materials, smoother play, and a new layer of power that calls back to the Orokin's prime. If you've always felt like Operator was swap out, zap, swap back, this is the moment to pay attention. The old piece itself is a story chapter that leans into memory and identity. We're revisiting tense moments between the Orokin and the Sentients. We'll be dealing with Dax loyalists and rebels. We'll be guided by a sentient ally named Addis. It's a focused chapter, not a full Tau open world, but it puts the Operator at the center. That's the key. The story and the systems line up. You're not just watching the Operator in cutscenes. You're meant to use the Operator more in missions. On the official side, here's what we can expect. First, the Operator remaster. Faces should look more natural. Hair should sit better in current lighting. Skin and materials should have more depth. It's a polish pass to match how the rest of the game has grown. Second, Tauron Focus. That's the new focus layer. The pitch is rediscover what focus meant at the height of Orokin power. In the demo, there was a big limit break style moment that turned heads. The exact node tree and numbers aren't out yet. The intent is clear, though. Give Focus a stronger, cleaner peak and make swaps feel worth it. Quick note before we dive deeper. I want to hear from you. What do you want most from the Operator expansion and Tauron Focus? Drop your wish list in the comments. Tell me the top 3 changes you want to see on day 1. And if this breakdown helps, don't be shy. Tap like and consider subscribing so you don't miss the follow-up builds when the update drops. Alright, let's talk feel first. The visual remaster matters more than it sounds. When your Operator looks good in close light, you're more likely to stay in that form and actually play with it. Right now, some faces read flat in certain lighting. Some hair looks stiff. A clean pass fixes the first barrier. You enjoy being an Operator. It sounds cosmetic, but it nudges playstyle. If you feel good looking at your avatar, you use the kit more. That's the foundation for everything else. Now, Tauron Focus. Think of it as a new top layer on the Focus system. The goal is not to erase the 5 schools. The goal is to give Focus a new high point and more reasons to pick different schools for different runs. The demo moment looked like a charged, school-flavored burst. Not a buff window, not a tiny nudge, a real button you save for the right time. If that lands across all schools, Focus stops being grab Zenuric and forget it, and becomes pick the school that fits what you want to do today. That sets up the second half of this video, what players want to see from the Focus expansion, based on recent threads and forum posts. I spent time reading what people are asking for, both longtime vets and newer Tenno. The asks are clear, practical, and honestly, very doable. First, people want both avatars respected. Operator and Drifter. The remaster should touch each side, or at least bring Drifter up to the same visual bar. There are a lot of posts about Drifter beards, skin, and hair looking off under harsh light. The request is simple. Keep the flavor, fix the materials, let people pick the look they love without taking a visual downgrade. Choice should be fun, not a trade-off. Second, players want real balance across schools. Zenuric has carried for years because energy is the fuel of the game. No one wants to ruin energy sustain. They just don't want one school to feel mandatory for normal play. The clean target looks like this. Zenuric still helps energy. Madurai gives true damage spikes you can feel. Unairu strips and hardens you in a way that changes how you approach heavy packs. Vazarin gives clutch saves and protection that matter in Steel Path. Naramon makes melee flow and crit windows sing. Then Tauron sits alongside or above with a strong lane, not a blur that muddies the map. 5 lanes stay readable. A new lane adds depth. Third, a big one. Operator gameplay that stands on its own. Many players are done with swap, tap, back to frame. They want abilities that solve real problems. They want movement that's smooth and reliable. They want defense that lets you commit for a bit. And they want offense that isn't just a tickle beam unless you bring very specific parts. That's where a school-flavored ultimate helps. Charge it through play. Use it with intent. Make it loud, clear, and satisfying. When you hit it, the room should feel different for a moment. Fourth, less friction between Operator and Drifter. 2 silhouettes, 2 vibes, that's great. But the power shouldn't force you to pick one. The swap shouldn't feel clunky either. Some players ask for unification, others ask for parity. Both are fine if the outcome is free choice. If you like Drifter's stance and animations, you should not feel weaker. If you love Operator's amp and arcanes, you should not feel locked out of story beats. Keep the flavor, flatten the penalty. Fifth, true Operator loadouts. This is a quality of life ask that would change daily play. People want your Focus School, your amp, and your Magus arcanes to save with your Warframe loadout. When you switch frames, your Operator preset comes with it. One click, no extra menus. You will feel this every session. It also nudges variety. If you can pair a school to a frame per loadout, you'll try more schools because switching isn't a chore. Sixth, new toys. Players expect new amp parts at least. Many want new Operator arcanes or a fresh slot to tune utility. This isn't about cranking numbers for the sake of it. It's about opening paths. Give a charged shot or beam that feels weighty for damage players. Give utility parts for support players. Reward crafting and testing again without breaking the game. If choices are clear and upgrades feel like upgrades, people will engage. Seventh, the grind. Focus is easier than it used to be, but daily caps and lens swapping still feel like chores. The common asks are simple: rework or raise the cap, cut lens friction, broaden sources that feel natural to normal play. If Tauron uses a new currency, keep it fair. If it leans on current focus points, respect what people have already earned. The best outcome here is a smooth path for new players and no sunk cost pain for veterans. Eighth, UI and UX. The focus screen needs to be fast and clear. Show waybound status without digging. Let me see the whole tree and understand identity at a glance. Cut click chains. If you add a new layer or ultimate, show the meter rules in plain words on day one. Players engage with systems they can read in seconds. Ninth, school identity. People already carry a mental cheat sheet. Zenuric equals energy, Madurai equals damage, Unairu equals strip and defense, Vazarin equals protect and heal, Naramon equals melee flow. Don't blow that up, build on it. Give Tauron a lane that fits beside those. If the map stays simple in your head, you'll use it more in practice. There are two debates the community keeps circling. The first is, make operators stronger versus don't force me to use them. The right answer is strength without gating. Make operators strong enough that they're fun and useful. Don't design base missions that hard lock you into operator if you don't enjoy it. Let the content flex to either choice. You should be rewarded for skillful swaps, not punished for liking one mode more. The second debate is the cap. Many want it gone. Some defend caps as healthy pacing. A middle path makes sense. Higher caps, better sources, less lens friction, enough room to push hard when you're in the mood, without making normal players feel like they're wasting time if they don't optimize every second. Let's make this real with a quick mission picture. You queue Steel Path Survival. Your Warframe loads in with your Operator preset already attached. That means your school, your amp, your Magus arcanes, the whole setup. First rotation, you swap to Operator and it feels great. The face reads well in the light, movement is crisp, your amp has a satisfying charge and release. You tag an Eximus pack. Your school's ultimate meter tops off from active play. You hit it. The effect is clean and big, the room bends for a moment and you push your frame through the opening. Then you swap back. No menus, no rummaging. The flow is decide, act, enjoy, not stop, click, back out. Now, how do you prep so you're ready on day one? Keep it simple. Finish your core quests so Old Piece slides in neatly. Pick one amp you like and max it so you have a comfortable baseline. You do not need the spreadsheet perfect choice. You need a tool you enjoy. Grab a couple of Magus arcanes that help you stay alive and do your job. Survivability and utility go a long way. Spend time off Zenuric so you're not shocked if energy tools spread out. Run Madurai on damage days. Run Unairu when you want strip and toughness. Try Vazarin if you support squads. Use Naramon when you feel like pushing melee. Finally, set up your Warframe loadouts with the Operator in mind. Even if full presets aren't there yet, the habit helps. Label loadouts by task and school so switching is second nature. There are a few launch day traps to avoid. Don't dump resources until you see how Tauron unlocks. Don't assume the new ultimate works the same across schools. Treat the first week as a test run. Try a few mission types. See where the new tools sing. Don't forget your fashion pass. If the remaster hits, you'll see your Operator up close more often. Small tweaks to eyes, hair, and color go a long way. Let's talk dream outcomes for a minute. The best version of this update keeps the 5-school mental map intact. It gives each school a big, top-button moment that is obvious, powerful, and earned. It ships with true operator presets tied to Warframe loadouts. It brings a focus screen that takes 2 clicks, not 10. It adds a couple of amp parts and arcanes that open new builds without turning old gear into trash. It raises drifter visuals to the same bar as operator, so the choice is taste, not power or looks. If those land, operators become a second lane of play, not a detour. That also means content and community shift a bit. Build crafting expands to operators again. People start sharing operator setups, not just Warframe builds. Squad roles get a touch more interesting. You might bring one school for Eximus control and another for boss moments. Fashion gets new oxygen because close-ups matter again, and new players get a cleaner path. If the UI is readable and the unlocks are fair, you won't need a wiki to make your first choices. I also want to be realistic. Not every wishlist item will arrive on day one. That's fine. Direction matters more than volume. If the first pass nails identity, feel, and flow, numbers and extras can follow in hotfixes and smaller patches. Balance is a journey. What we need up front is clarity and fun. Clear roles, a fair grind, a strong button that makes you grin when you press it. If those are in, the rest can be tuned. Here's a quick checklist you can screenshot. 1. Finish your quests so you're ready for Old Peace. 2. Pick one amp, level it, and learn it. 3. Grab 2 Magus Arcanes you trust for comfort. 4. Practice a non-Xenuric school in normal missions. 5. Align Warframe loadouts with school choices so swaps are automatic. 6. Do a small fashion pass for the remaster. 7. Save big spending for after we see Tauron's actual unlock path. I'll leave you with a simple question. If you could only pick 3 changes for operators and focus in the old piece, what would they be? A school-flavored ultimate? True operator loadouts? Better visuals for both operator and drifter? A smoother focus grind with fewer lenses and higher caps? Tell me your top 3 in the comments and why they matter to you. It helps shape what we test first when the patch hits. And if you want more clear, honest Warframe breakdowns with actual testing behind them, you know what to do. Operators have been the heart behind the frame since the moment we left the pod. This is the first time in a while that the game is giving them the spotlight again, both in the story and in the systems. If Digital Extremes sticks the landing, we're not talking about a quick zap anymore. We're talking about a second playstyle that feels as real as your main build. That's exciting. That's worth prepping for. And that's why I'll be ready on day 1.